Well, greetings and good morning, Business 22 students. This is Mr. Doucette. This is week number 6 in our 8-week course in managerial communications here at Norco College. We're going to be looking at chapters 10 and 11 this week. We're going to be talking about persuasive sales messages as well as digital writing and digital workplace, things like blogging and instant messaging, stuff like that. Your writing assignment this week is going to be a persuasive letter, so you need to make sure that you format it like a letter and that you utilize the AIDA format, which is an indirect strategy. It is a persuasive format, and you'll be learning about that in the book. And then make sure your letter, again, is formatted like a letter and that it has design elements, text design elements, headings, bullet lists, bold text, short single space paragraphs, all that stuff we've been learning about. That all is extremely important in how your document looks. And if you've not watched my business writing video yet, I highly recommend you do that because it not only makes it easier for me to grade you, but you'll do much better on your writing assignments because you'll know what I'm looking for. But we're going to go ahead and I'm going to stop sharing my screen and look at what we're going to be working on this week. So I'm going to open that, and here we are, I believe, on that screen. So managerial communications. Hopefully my last video showed this, but here it is. So we're in module number 2. We have one more week after, actually this week it ends. So module number 2 ends. So that means you will have an exam this week as well. So module number 2 started a while back, and we're coming here to week number 6. So we have 2 chapters. There's PowerPoints for those chapters right here. And then we have your check-in assignments. So there's some questions on each of the 2 chapters. You have your second exam. So there is no quiz this week, but your second exam covers chapters 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 10. So there's 6 chapters, and I would just recommend that you go back and review all of the quizzes up to this point, as well as, of course, read the textbook. And then you have, as I mentioned, your third writing assignment, which is your persuasive letter. Now, I have to say, make sure that you're going back and reviewing my comments on your other writing assignments that you've already turned in. So far, you've turned in a memo and you've turned in an email. And your memo, I made comments on them. If there's something wrong, you can read it. You can see why you got the grade you did, and you can make changes to your next writing assignment. The same thing with your email. I'm still grading those as of right now, but make sure you go in. I'll have them done probably by Wednesday. So make sure you go in and you review what I've commented on and make sure you apply that to your persuasive letter as far as how it looks, etc. And in this case, it needs to be formatted like a letter. Down the bottom here, I give you some sample letters that you can look at, how to format a letter. You can look throughout your book, and there's plenty of examples in the book of what a letter should be formatted like. So make sure you do that. You also need to use the AIDA format, which is basically grab my attention at the very beginning. So the very first line of your letter, you're trying to persuade me. So, give me an image, imagine this, or how would you like that? Or, did you know that, something like that, or how would you like a more productive workforce or whatever it might be. So some way that to kind of grab my attention, make me go, yeah, I want to read more. And then from there, you want to build my interest and my desire. You build my interest by presenting all the benefits and arguments to what you're going to persuade me to do. But remember, the AIDA is an indirect strategy, meaning you don't reveal the main idea until after you've given me all of the reasons, or in this case, built my interest. So give me the benefits. Tell me all the good things. And then when it comes to the D of the AIDA method, again, attention, interest, desire, what you're doing here is you're removing my resistance. You're trying to overcome any objections I might have. So you have to put yourself in my shoes for a second and say, why would they not want to do this? And then anticipate that objection and answer it. And that's what we mean by desire. You need to remove my hesitation and make me want it. And that's where the D comes in. And sometimes you can do that simply by quoting somebody else that's purchased it, or maybe a offer, 20% off offer or something like that. Because, okay, I'm going to do it. It helps me to overcome that resistance. And then lastly, AIDA is ask or action. What do you want me to do? And a persuasive sales message should drive home what you want me to do at the end. And you should make it extremely easy. If you want me to sign up today, then include a web link so I can sign up today, or give me a phone number I can call today and I can get started. So that's the idea, is you want to make it very easy for me, and you really want to drive home what you want me to do in the end. And that's kind of when you really reveal the main idea. Again, AIDA method is an indirect strategy, meaning you don't reveal the main idea until after you've built my interest and after you've removed my resistance and created desire. Then ask me what you want me to do, and I'm more likely to reply the way that you want me to. So that's kind of the idea. And this one is a subscription to Organic Greens. So you're trying to persuade me to sign up for this subscription, but be very aware. If you and I ever got a letter in the mail saying right off the bat, sign up for subscription service, we're going to just throw it in the trash and not read any further. And that's why you need to use the AIDA indirect strategy. You're trying to build me up and then let me know that I should subscribe. And I'll be a lot more willing to once you've already given me all the reasons to. So, anyway, that's the idea. Hopefully that makes sense. If you have any questions or concerns, let me know on that. But that's kind of the idea of this particular assignment. And that's pretty much it for week number 6. We have, if I'm not mistaken, we have two more weeks left after this week, and those 2 weeks are going to focus predominantly on your employment communications, your resume, career planning, job searching. That's going to be your discussion post, and then, of course, you're going to be writing your resume as your final writing project. And I think I give you actually 2 weeks to do that, so you get the last 2 weeks to do that. All right, well, have a great week number 6, and you will see me again on video next week. Until then, have a great